Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on last year's national champion, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Rebels will put total leather to crank us up. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Alabama's offense will go on the attack first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Under fire. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Just what they had hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The give to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Miranda. He's got him. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. Might be calling a hot route. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Grabbed in the middle. It's landing. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. This time it's complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so we can...
Got enough space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So So Ole Miss offense will take the field for the first time. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, they've been proven they can make surface-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. On target. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. To throw, it's Miranda. It's complete on the right side. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
He's got it. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Going to the running game. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. A 1st down run in the red zone. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Caught. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's got it and still on his feet. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. They could make this a 2-possession game with a field goal, but they want to put a little distance, a little cushion to their lead. They'll go for it on 4th down. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. Trying play action. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he walks in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on 4th down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Off play action on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
The Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The play action fake. Quarterback extends the play. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up one or two. The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. There he goes. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46. And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. That's caught. It's high. At the 35, he's loose. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And Jesse, you have a slot receiver like this. He can create matchup nightmares for a defense.
No doubt about it, Reese. And him and his quarterback, they really are on the same page. He's so deliberate with his route running. The quarterback knows exactly where he's going to be.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Ole Miss. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes that Alabama offense. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's second and long. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Miranda. Grabbed over the middle, it's Lanning. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll run play action. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Those always sting a little bit when you get so close to getting the QB to the ground, creating a negative play, and then all of a sudden he turns it into something positive. Just really annoying as a defensive guy.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. He's got great speed. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Power football with the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. Got room to work. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, you know, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Back to throw. It's Miranda. He's got it on the run. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there.
Touchdown time! Fired in from the red zone for the score. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and sending his offense up at the 24.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Quick completion on the out. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. To the air. It's Miranda. Got his man quickly. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Lanning. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Crimson Tide need just a few inches here on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this.
Turning it on! They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly. He's got it. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Out of the gun. The inside handoff. Looking for a crease. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. ULM is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Malone Stadium, but they've struggled to really pull away. They're up by a field goal over Arkansas. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back with any big changes, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. That's caught. It's landing.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and then all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create a positive game.
Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Dropping back, it's Miranda. Got it in the middle, it's Lanning. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch.
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Takes it the other way. The 30. Inside. Touchdown, Ole Miss. The defense putting points on the board.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll start this drive going to the air. Complete to the left. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Illegal forward offense.
The forward pass used to be illegal in football. That one still is. Third down coming after the incompletion. Looking to throw, it's Miranda. Oh, they're after him! And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They're throwing for it on fourth down. He wants to take the top off. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
That's exactly that, Dave. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're just continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
On third down, he drops the throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And this offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. Dropping back, it's Miranda. Flips it out to the back. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. Now on first down from the 43. To the air on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a...
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, they force a negative play.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Pulls it in. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Rebels will punt this one away. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to throw again. Going to try to get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Alabama! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. You got to figure something out. You got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quick.
And the Rebels come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. He'll sneak it.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
On his way back from the 20. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Right on the money.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
And And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Finds a spot in the middle. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Bama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The inside handoff. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Give to the running back. He'll push his way out to the 38, pick up a 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's high. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Gets the first himself. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man, really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass, but then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guy, so much space for him. He takes off and makes the huge...
Turns on the Jets. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his big tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
They'll send out the kicker here. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. It's good. Well, that's just piling on. not the penalty kind, just the new one. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Fakes to grab. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. He'll pull it on the read. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And I absolutely love the option, but this is part of it, right? The quarterback has to make a lot of reads really quickly and then carry the football and take care of that thing. So I think, the fumble was caused there. We don't know why, but this is part of the option risk you run by running it.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And you will always remember your first, and how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Harris. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Harris. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun to give, looking for room.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. Touchdown, Rebels! Great job by the back on the option. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
And they did tack on the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in CUSA, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. ULM is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Malone Stadium, but they've struggled to really pull away. They're up by 8 over Arkansas. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected.
There he goes! Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. Off the RPO, complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to fire. He's got it on the run. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Pushes ahead. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
28.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Judowski. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Fighting off the defender. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll give it to the back. And how about the work-up run by that big defensive line? Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Rebels will call on their punt team. Here's the return. Makes a move. Can they catch it? Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Hit as he throws. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, they're
got some room, headed to the goal line, and they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He'll bring it out. It's Judowski. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And looks as if the offense was able to get back on top of the football. And yes, it could have been worse, but as it is, it's a safety. They'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost where you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he's got it for a big play. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Now from inside the red zone. He's got his man. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Snap in the shotgun. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Coming out with it, it's Judowski. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires left. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Get ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win on to next week.
And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Let's it go to the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
He'll bring it out. It's Judowski. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one is gone. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.